Welcome to the Rule of 4, and today I'm going to teach you about it, and I'm going to teach you how to convert a word problem into an equation, into a graph, to a chart, and convert anything to another. It's just, the Rule of 4 is just a term of, converting a graph into an equation, into a table. So let's get started on this. Variables are symbols that replace numbers, and they can vary. That's the important part. Why they're called variables, because they have the ability to vary. They can be any symbol like A, D, F, or a Greek letter like omega, alpha. Basically, any symbol. That's why I included that. Any symbol. Word problems. They just give you the information to make an equation. They can help you create other things, but you have to be really good at this. So this is an example of a word problem. Beth earns $250 each week as allowance. Graphs. Graphs give you possible answers for the dependent. So remember the dependent. So they can help you convert to a table. So if you understand how to use it, because these give you possible answers for the dependent. Why? On the table you have y and x, so it might help you if you just understand. Charts, also known as tables, makes it easy for graphs and equations. It's kind of difficult for word problems, but the equation is the same. Y equals 2.5x. So this is x. So if you give it 1, as for x, you will have 2.5 times 1 equals 2.5. But if you put in 2, then you do 2 times 2.5, which equals 5, and so on. This is just giving an example of the independent and the dependent of input, output, like you might hear most of the time. So in two-step equations, you have 2 steps, like here, and when you have plus 1, and then when you have to add this 1, once you figure out the multiplication, once you get the independent variable, what it equals to. So you would input a number here, like you usually do. Let's say 3. You just do 3 times 2 equals 6. Then you add it to 1, and then you have 7, like here on the table. And you can also still find it on here. This 3 might look like an 8, but I tried, so please. So this is a y-intercept, and what happens is it intercepts with the y-axis. So you know how you have a graph when this is the y, this is the x. You have the dependent down here. You have the well, not independent, but could be independent numbers. So then, when you have it, this is saying +1. So when the graph starts off and you have the arrow down here, the thing is, the arrow at the back is going to be raised by what the y-intercept says, because it's never going to touch the origin or 0. So it's always going to intercept the y-axis. That's why it's called the y-intercept. Right here, I have a problem for you to solve, and I will give you some time so you can pause it and try to figure it out. So, go ahead. Here are the answers. This is the equation, 5x plus 2 equals y. The graph, this is what it should look like. And then this is the table. An input of 2 for x can the output of y is 12, and that's just one example of the chart. But I would like to say thank you for participating through the whole entire video.